Let's be honest, managing construction loans can be a real nightmare. You're often juggling offline spreadsheets, a bunch of different systems that don't talk to each other, and just endless, tedious data reentry. It slows everything down and really holds back growth. So, how do we fix this mess? Let's get into it. So, the old way of doing things? It's totally fragmented. You've got budget info over here, draw requests somewhere else, and approvals happening in a completely different system. It's organized chaos. The Nacino way, though, is all about bringing that chaos into one single, centralized platform. What does that mean for you? It means no more manual data entry. You get full transparency into everything that's happening, and of course, a huge boost in efficiency. So, what exactly is Encino's Construction Loan Administration, or CLA, as you'll hear it called? Well, to put it simply, it's a feature that's designed to bring the entire construction lending process under one roof. We're talking from setting up the budget all the way to the project's completion. Every single step is managed right there, in one place. Okay, so everything has to start with a solid financial foundation, right? And that's the project budget. This is the very first thing you'll tackle in CLA, so let's see how it works. It's actually a pretty simple three-stage process. First, you'll pick a template. Then you define the big picture budget details. And finally, you get in there and manage all the specific line items to fit your project perfectly. So you kick things off by choosing a pre-configured template, maybe something like a commercial construction budget. Now, these templates are a huge time saver because they come with all the standard line items already built right in. No need to start from scratch every single time. Next up, you just enter the total budget for the loan. This is the master number, It's the anchor that the entire project budget is going to be built against. Now, once that template is loaded and your total amount is set, you have total flexibility. You can jump right into those individual line items, change existing ones, delete what you don't need, or add new ones to make sure it all perfectly matches what your specific project requires. And here is where you really see the power of having a single platform. As you're building and tweaking the budget, this summary updates in real time. You get this instant visual breakdown of where the money is going. Hard costs, soft costs, you name it. It makes sure the budget stays balanced right from the very start. All right, the budget is approved and ready to go. Now it's time to put that money to work. So the next big step is processing a draw request to get funds out the door for the project. And just like building the budget, this is a super clear step-by-step process. You just go to the right section, submit your request, and then you can track its journey all the way through the approval process. Simple. Right inside the loan record, you're going to find the Draws and Disbursements tab. Think of this as your mission control for requesting and watching over all the money moving in and out of the project. You'll see a button that says Submit Draw Request. One click on that, and the whole workflow gets started. This is basically the starting gun for getting a contractor or a vendor paid. In the form that pops up, you just select which budget line item the money is for. Let's say it's for the foundation, and then you enter the amount you need. Now, this is the crucial part. This request is tied directly back to the budget we just built. This ensures you can't ask for money for something that wasn't approved in the first place. So once you hit submit, a unique transaction record, or a TXNR, gets created. This gives every single draw request its own special ID, creating this perfectly clear, auditable trail from the moment of request all the way to fulfillment. You can see the status of every single request right there at a glance. So the request is in, it's been approved, we're in the home stretch now. Let's get to the final step, actually moving the money. What's really cool is how the system guides you. This Initiate Funding link, it only shows up after the draw request has cleared all the necessary approvals. So there's no guesswork at all. The platform tells you exactly what to do next. Okay, so before we click anything, let's take a look. As you can see, the total amount funded for this draw is currently a big fat 0. This is our before picture. Clicking that link brings up a simple little confirmation screen. Here, you just verify the final approved amount that's about to be sent out. And boom, just like that, the action is complete. The total amount funded on that draw request updates instantly. And there's our after picture, confirming the funds are officially on their way. So satisfying. And it's not just that one little field that changes. The second you initiate that funding, every related record, I'm talking the high-level summary, the specific budget line items, everything, it all updates in real time. This guarantees that your data is accurate across the entire loan. So we've walked through building a budget, requesting a draw, and funding it. Let's kind of zoom out for a second and talk about why doing all of this on one platform is such a massive game changer. So, what does it all add up to? Well, for starters, it gets rid of all the errors and wasted hours from rekeying data. It gives everyone a full, clear view of where every dollar is at any given moment. It creates that super important auditable history you need for compliance. And, at the end of the day, it establishes a single source of truth for the entire project. It really all boils down to this. A process that used to take multiple, clunky, disconnected programs is now a smooth, streamlined workflow, all happening on one platform. That's the core advantage, right there. And that really just leaves us with one final thought. When you get rid of all that administrative hassle and bring real clarity to such a complex process, the question isn't just about efficiency anymore. It's about what new doors this opens up. What could your institution really build if you had a simpler, faster, and more transparent process?